How many Patrick Kanes would it take the New York Rangers to win a Stanley Cup? Let's find out. A lot of trade rumors surrounding Patrick Kane right now. I think the Rangers might be able to get it done. I think they need help from a third team though in terms of salary. This is how the team would look if they landed him. The first line is nasty. The second line also pretty nasty considering they just got Tarasenko. But we're not stopping at one Patrick Kane today. Every time they don't win a Stanley Cup, we will be adding an additional Kane until they do get the job done. With one Patrick Kane, the New York Rangers finished with 102 points, a 46, 26, and 10 record, finishing second in their division, only losing to the Columbus Blue Jackets. Not a good start for the Sim Engine's realism, but we'll move on. With Artemi Panarin leading the team in points with 100, Kane getting 97, and Zibanejad getting 90. The first line was electric. Shesterkin a 908 save percentage with a 2.71 goals against average. Had 33 wins in 64 games played with 4 shutouts. And Halak in the backup position did pretty good as well. This has been a pretty interesting sim for stats, to say the least so far. Carter Hart, most wins in the league with 40, 919 save percentage, a 2.53 goals against average, and 7 shutouts. Not to mention James Reimer on San Jose had 38 wins. He did play 71 games though. And Aaron actually had the most points in the league with 100. We're moving on to the playoffs where we face Washington in the first round. And we just casually got swept by Washington. Okay, I guess why not? Must be because they still have Dmitry Orlov on this roster. That's why. Well, at least we lost to the Stanley Cup champions because apparently Washington was going on a tear. They did end up beating Calgary in the finals in 7 games. I mean, there's not much to look at in terms of playoff stats. Kreider 4 points to lead the team. Tarasenko 2 goals to lead the team. What did Kane do? He had a goal and that's it. Someone check out my man's Shesterkin, 862 save percentage, 5.01 goals against average. Not good. Kinnan was your regular season MVP. Alex Ovechkin was your playoff MVP. And hey, Kane won an award with the Rangers. He won the Lady Byng in his first year. And this game is off its rocker today because we don't even make the playoffs with 2 Patrick Kanes when we made it no problem with 1 last season. And if you thought that was bad enough, the Senators make the playoffs and Montreal finishes with 100 points. Well, the original Patrick Kane finished top of our team with 84 points, with the newly added cloned version finishing with 62. Also, Patrick Kane finished top of our team in goals with 40. Shesterkin's broken, an 896 save percentage at 3.17 goals against average. Not what we want to see from him. 32 wins in 67 games played. Halak 8 wins in 25 games played. Oh no. Hallmark would have the most wins in the NHL. 12 shutouts. 918 save percentage, 2.40 goals against average, 43 wins. I see your head peeking out still, James Reimer. I respect you. But he had the same amount of wins as Vasilevsky. I don't know if that's going to happen. Connor McDavid finished with 101 points, which he already has in real life. He's going to be a little bit over that by the end of the season. Gaudreau, 98 points for second. In terms of goals, it was McDavid who led with his 49. Kucherov was second with 47. Well, I was about to say I'm ready to get hurt again in the playoffs, but we're not even there, so let's just see who wins the cup, I guess. Now this would be Boston in the Stanley Cup Finals to raise the Stanley Cup. Not-surprisingly, McDavid is your regular season MVP. Heiskanen's actually the Conn Smythe winner. I was expecting a little bit of Robertson action, but we're getting Heiskanen. Well, they do say third time is the charm, and the Rangers finished with 114 points first in their division, a 53, 21, and 8 record. So 3 Patrick Kanes might be the magic number. Even with 3 Kanes in his way, Panarin led the team in points with 110. The next 3 in line are all Kanes, 108, 98, and 73. Original Kane actually led the entire team in goals with 45. I mean, still not Shesterkin's best year, a 905 save percentage and a 2.83 goals against average, but we'll take it. He had 3 shutouts, 35 wins in 60 games played. How about this Halak guy? 18 wins in 24 games played, and better stats than Shesterkin, 912 save percentage, 2.65 goals against average. I'm telling you, the game simming engine today is something special. Aaron once again leading the entire league in points with 110. In terms of goals, it was a 2-way tie between Kucherov and Ovechkin with 49. And Anderson and Kemper both tied for most wins in the league with 43. I mean, virtually identical stats, so you can't really name one as the better goalie for the year. I mean, Anderson did play less games to get the win, so we'll go with him. Our first round playoff opponents are the Boston Bruins. Don't know how to feel about that. I'm happy to report that I have as many NHL playoff wins as the New York Rangers do today, as we get swept once again, this time by Boston. Like I said, I wasn't feeling it. We lost every single game 3-2. Hello? And once again, not much to look at in the playoffs. Kane 4 points, Panarin 4 points, both leading the team, and Kane led the team in goals with 3. We're gonna have to cast a spell on Shesterkin or something because like he's not doing good. 902 save percentage, 3.03 goals against average. I think he needs some of Grant for his secret sauce, if you know what I'm saying. His was more of a powder form. Yeah, we'll go on a rampage, beating Colorado and Edmonton in 7 games, but they would lose to Tampa Bay in 7 games in the finals. Our team did great in the awards category. Panarin, Art Ross, Panarin, Hart Memorial, Adam Fox, James Norris, Lady Byng, Panarin, Ted Lindsay, also Panarin, but we didn't get anything done one in terms of winning a cup. But Panarin, regular season MVP, Nikita Kucherov, playoff MVP. Don't get too excited, but our team did really good this season with 4 Canes, finished with a 58, 17, and 7 record, earning 123 points, first in our division, first in the league. The Patrick Kane uprising has arrived. Our top 3 point getters are all Patrick Kane, and 4 out of the top 5 are Patrick Kane. Panarin sneaking his name in there with 82 points. Same Kane led our team in goals with 49 and in points with 112. Shesterkin still getting outperformed by Halak. I don't know what to say about that. A 907 save percentage at 2.70 goals against average. He had 43 wins in 63 games played, but Halak had 15 wins in 20 games played, a 919 save percentage and a 2.34 goals against average with 2 shutouts. Unsurprisingly, Patrick Kane led the entire league in points with his 112. McDavid was the closest with 101. But McDavid did beat him out in goals with 51. Even though I'm roasting him, Shesterkin did have the most wins in the league this time around, so good for him, I guess. I'm telling you, James Reimer, the hustle, he's still there. I forgot to mention it last year. I didn't see if he was there, but I'm gonna assume he was. Now, this is a playoff series I'd pay money to see. The Rangers versus the Devils. Only one team can come out on top, and I better be us this time. Thankfully, we get the job done, finally winning not only a playoff game, but a playoff series. I know, I can't believe it. A 4-1 win over New Jersey. Lands us Columbus in the second round, which should be a freebie, which means we're gonna lose. Don't be surprised when it happens. That's all I'm saying.
12 seconds later.
Don't call me Harry Potter, but I might be a wizard as we lose to the Columbus Blue Jackets in 6 games, and we are donezo. Colorado would beat Columbus in Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals to lift the cup, but Columbus beat Washington 4-2, beat us 4-2, and then swept Boston to get to the finals, because why not? I mean, we have a little bit more to look at in terms of playoff stats this time around. At least it was a 4-way tie in points, 13 being the number, 3 Canes and a Zibanejad. Shesterkin, I'm gonna need you to wake up. 895 save percentage, 2.92 goals against average. Did you not just win the Vezina last year? And apparently Halak in the playoffs is not the move because his one showing was not good. On the bright side of Patrick Kane, clone did win MVP for the regular season. I'd be Rantanen taking home playoff MVP. With 5 Canes, we had a 55, 23, and 4 record. 114 points earned first in our division. Shesterkin, 38 wins in 63 games played, 6 shutouts, a 904 save percentage, and a 2.88 goals against average. He ain't no Yaroslav Halak though. 17 wins, 23 games played, 1 shutout, a 921 save percentage, and a 2.27 goals against average. Time for some revenge. We're playing Washington again. We're not getting swept this time, I promise. We do get the job done, beating them in 6 games. It was pretty competitive, but we move on to the second round where we faced the Philadelphia Flyers. It did end up being a free win. We beat Philadelphia 5 games. We move on to the Columbus Blue Jackets in the third round. As you can see, I already simmed the game by accident, but we're up 1-0. That's good. What's even better is we only lose 1 game in that series as well, beating Columbus in 5 games, and we have the Colorado Avalanche in the finals. This game needs a Game 7. We're going to be jumping into the simulation and seeing how it plays out. 1 win away from a Stanley Cup first period. 1-0 Rangers with a goal from the OG Patrick Kane. Good start. Period number 2, boom, 2-1 Rangers. Gonna be close. We had the third period running and Panarin scores right away. It's looking really good. Have to be a very big choke. We're on the power play. I don't think we're gonna choke it. 5 minutes remaining. 4, 3, 2, 1, and the New York Rangers are your Stanley Cup champions. One of the Canes led our team in playoff points with 29, while it was Panarin actually who led our team in goals with 12. Other than that, it was all Kane for the next top 5. Shesterkin never ended up showing up, but we still got the job done. He had a 901 save percentage, a 3.17 goals against average. Shout out to Halak. He faced 10 shots. He saved them all. He got a win under his belt. What more can you ask for? Either way, it was 5 Patrick Kanes before the Rangers were able to win a Stanley Cup. Not a bad number. Obviously, they're not going to be getting 5 in real life. They might not even be getting 1. We're going to assume that they are. I'm pretty sure he really wants to go there, but he doesn't make the decision at the end of the day. The NHL cap space does. We'll see what they do. I know they're going to be trying really hard. But either way, thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.